Okay, and welcome back to another episode of the Saucy Boys podcast.
Yeah.
I go by the name of Chaku,
Mike Stoves, baby. What's good?
and we are back for another week. Week, new drink.
And this week, I am the bearer of the Bevy. And I brought something, I'm trying to keep up with the summertime theme. I'm looking for I'm out there. I'm browsing, I'm researching. I'm looking for the summertime shit, And I found something this week. It's called Mermaid Juice, but I don't like that name. And because I was raised with in a patriarchal society with toxic masculinity, I'm going to affectionately rename it Mermaid Blood.
Oh,
Yeah. But it's made with your choice of vodka. I decided to run back the Beluga, which is a Russian vodka that I purchased pre-invasion of Ukraine, people. So I'm not sure if you can still get it, but it's from the Russian transatlantic team, boat racing team. It's the shit they drink whenever they win races and shit, wearing like their Ivan Drago shirts and shit. So I'm thinking something like that. Then you mix it with it's called Blue
Carac?
Yeah, Blue Caraco, I believe. Some lime juice. Shake that up, and then you top it off with a ginger beer.
I know some bartenders out there laughing at us trying to pronounce like half of this shit.
Yeah.
They're like, these dummies. They don't know what the fuck they're
These
talking about. Look, motherfuckers, we just making drinks, all right?
Yeah,
we just making shit that we want to have to, sit by the poolside and catch these tans.
Yeah.
So,
motherfucker.
I'm trying to oil up my chest and let that shit sizzle.
Trying to get darker, you know what I'm saying? Trying to live life.
Hell no, I ain't trying to be dark. I'm be inside all summer. I'm gonna be in the AC, chilling.
Yo, it's been hot than a bitch recently.
It's been hot as fuck. Okay, and unfortunately for me, my car's AC, for some weird fucking reason, just decided to start acting up.
Yeah.
Right when it got hot as fuck.
Hold on. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, we gotta choose the drinks.
Let me get the little garnish in there real quick.
See, I'm making all kinds of noise.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There you go. Blue tongues.
Nigga, that tastes like a Sonic drink.
It does. It's like the Route 44 alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
The what's it called?
It's almost like
ocean
water.
Yeah, it's like the ocean water alcoholic beverage.
It's like a ocean water / like lemon berry slush.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
I think next time we'll have crushed ice.
This is way better than my fucking drink I made last week. My shit was doo-doo.
So, no, I like this. So the shit I found originally was a pineapple drink, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do two pineapples in a row.
Pineapples back to back.
So I was like, let me get this mermaid blood popping. But go forward with your story. You were speaking on your AC.
Yeah. So for some weird ass reason, like my shit just decided to cut out, like just recent. So I don't know what's going on. So I checked. I got one of the like Freon recharges, and I was like, well, maybe it needs a recharge. So let me just fuck around with that. And so I did, and I checked the pressure on it, and the pressure was high. So I was like, well, the pressure's high, so that means like all this technical shit, right? Like. Mm-hmm. Maybe the compressor's not kicking on because the pressure's too high in the line or whatever. So I had to let some of that shit out. And Freon is a very fucking dangerous thing.
Very.
And I think I inhaled a little bit of it.
Oh, shit.
So I had like a mild headache and like a runny nose.
Damn.
And I've heard other people's stories about their encounters with it. And, if you do this shit, let a professional do it, because don't fucking die over some AC.
It's funny you said that. My sister was trying to hang a picture in their apartment, and she accidentally hit the Freon line for their AC, so they had to fucking evacuate for them to fix it. Damn. And that just happened yesterday, so that's kind of crazy you're saying that about the Freon, because she fucking was over at my spot for a little bit.
So I think what happened is it got in like my hood somewhere and just like circulated through the car too. Mm-hmm. I was like, fuck. So yeah, I just been letting that bitch air out.
Yeah.
But I had like a mild headache. But see, I couldn't like differentiate like the because I got a Tdap shot that day too.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think there's like really side effects for the Tdap. So I was like, okay, well, whatever.
The tetanus shot?
Nah, it's a whooping cough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's-
so
Never mind.
yeah, so I got that, and then I don't know. I was like, all right, like I was thinking about it. I was like, why the fuck do I got like a headache? Because in that too, like all week, like before that even happened, like my allergies been acting up real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like my nose has been stuffy, like sinus pressure and like all that good shit. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, the worst thing to do whenever some shit like that happens is to Google. And so I Googled it, and nigga, I'm sitting in the car. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna die.
You might have Freon poisoning.
Yeah, like I'm really about to die, but I'm still here for you, motherfuckers. So it is
Surprise.
what it is. Surprise, bitches.
We made it.
But yeah, be careful with that shit if you fucking around with
It
it.
was probably like a culmination of everything,
Yeah.
that came to that. But nah, no, that's no bueno, man. I don't wish nobody's AC going out in Texas.
For real. Because I've had some dudes.
That's that bullshit.
Yeah, I've had some dudes that like work on cars and shit, and they've told me like about like their encounters with and they've gotten like sprayed straight in the fucking face.
Whoa.
But they're still here. So,
Yeah.
Thankfully, goddamn.
Movie with the sound off, Django Unchained.
Yeah, it got to the part where he fucking blew the dude's head off and then shot the horse.
Now, I've told this story before, but when this movie came out, I went to a draft house on the more affluent side of town because it was the only place that I can get a ticket. And lo and behold, I did not realize I was the only black person in this movie theater. And I was on both sides of me were these white guys who wanted to laugh at like the really racist jokes, but they kept looking over at me to make sure if it was okay.
They're like, is he looking?
Yeah, and it's like if I was laughing, then they'd laugh too, but awkwardly. So I guess I like ruined their movie going experience, or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Ha ha ha.
But it was a midnight showing, and I was like, man, I really want to see this. And I went, and I was like waiting, just like looking at my phone, thinking like, oh, there's gonna be more black people. And then like as they open the theater and we start going in, I'm like, why am I the only black person here?
Like nope.
Like fuck. It's a packed theater too. One of the awkwardest situations I've ever been in. Great movie though.
Yeah. But nah, yeah. If the whole AC thing, like, if your AC goes out in Texas, especially like during this summer, and everything is just getting hotter.
Oh yeah.
So be careful with
It's
that.
just so weird how we go from I've lived in it my whole life, but I just think it's so weird how we get like a month of what you call spring, and then it's just like psych, welcome to hell, motherfucker. Enjoy this hot.
You know what though? Like when you get further into the summer and like you start going to like the pool more, or just like you get used to it.
Yeah, it just sucks that you don't even get the relief at night. Like it's still fucking humid and hot, and you fucking hate it. It sucks, man. It's so hard to describe, but like I get if someone's like from like in Arizona or something, and they're like, oh, it's hot out here, but it's the dry heat.
Yeah.
And it's like I'd trade anything for the fucking dry heat than what we have, because
Yeah,
this shit is just
that humid shit. It's all like stuffy.
Ugh.
Not just It's a bad time.
it's fucking crazy.
But yeah, it's weird how it's like it's cool, like you got like these breezy like 70-degree days, and then it just goes from like 70 to like 104, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
As soon as April ends,
Yep.
like, it's like I hope y'all enjoyed that shit.
Because once May hits, we about to burn y'all motherfuckers
Welcome
till
to hell.
to the end of August.
Oh, you going to a festival outside? Enjoy this heat.
Hell yeah. But man, so I woke up pretty disappointed today.
Tell the truth.
Another L on sneakers. And right now, I'm just kind of shooting my shot at everything just to see if it's just like the app or if it's like they just put that shit up there for show.
Yeah.
And they just backdoor all they shit. Because it's funny how like before these releases even pop off, it's like buy now on StockX.
Yep.
It's like, how the fuck
They
do y'all
already got them.
Yeah, like y'all had this shit for like, but then that too is like you go to like Foot Locker or like JD or like Champs or whatever, and they get their shipments in like early.
Yeah.
And like everybody that works there, and I had to pick.
When I was looking last week for a shoe that I took an L on for my girl, I forgot where I went, but they were like, yeah, we did a raffle on those a week ago. I was like, what? Like, yo, they just dropped. Like,
Yeah.
how the fuck you do a raffle already? Like,
Because I guess they do them like the week before.
yeah,
Or
it's
like the week of.
yeah, it's annoying. If y'all haven't noticed, we are full bore into sneaker talk right now, which is an affectionate subject between me and Chaku. We really do enjoy this.
That sneaker talk. That sneaker talk.
I want to shout him out real quick for a birthday gift he dropped on me late. It's a pair of the Panda Nike Dunks that just redropped and shit. Unfortunately, he couldn't get them in his size, but he did see a size that I could fit, and they are my favorite shoe right now.
Had to cop them joints.
They are
I look out for my people.
best.
Look out, so well, not everybody, just Mike. Just Mike and my chick. That's
Like,
about it.
no shoes for y'all.
Yeah, no shoes for y'all.
Nah, I wore the shit out of those in North Star, and I was just like the whole time rocking them. I was like, God, I feel like my feet are on like clouds right
And they're
now.
comfortable, right?
Like, they're super comfortable.
Okay, so a lot of people have told me that like Dunks and Jordan 1s are uncomfortable, but in my experience wearing them, like they've been like the most comfortable shoe.
No, they're comfortable because I don't even have to size. I size down and still fit. All the like Jordans and all that, I have to go 14. Like Air Maxes, I have to go 14 because they're so narrow. But the Dunk is like, it was like made for flat-footed people, man. I swear.
Yeah,
Like it's just so wide that it doesn't matter.
we got a third host in here today.
Loafer.
My man Loferson. That's my dog. He only wants attention when we're busy. And any other time, he just don't fuck with me. I'm like, hey, let's go play. And he's like,
Fuck you, nigga. You ain't got no camera.
I'm good. But then when we started doing something, he's all in my lap. But yeah, it just sucks, like the whole sneaker thing, trying to, catch a dub on sneakers and Confirmed. I stopped fucking with Confirmed.
I haven't been on in a minute.
And they haven't really dropped anything either.
They really haven't.
Like the last few Yeezy releases that came out, I was just like, nah.
It's like the ugly ones.
good.
Like I don't want 500s and nothing like that.
So, but yeah, no, like so this morning they had the True Nature. They were like a green color.
Yeah,
Dunk.
2 pairs of Dunks.
One of those, and I think the other ones were like Cinder.
Yeah.
And the Cinder colorway I liked. It's more like a fall colorway, but it would still be dope to have. That way I could just like whenever it gets cooler, I can bust them out. Which is weird because like a lot of the releases that we've been seeing on Nike and like sneakers and stuff, they've all like had like this winter or like fall look.
Fall, like the Halloween Dunks and all that shit.
And I was thinking, I was like, why the fuck is it? But then they had the whole shit where like shipment was just backed up.
Yeah.
So I think like a lot of people are like just now getting them.
My thing that annoys me about it, and we talk about this a bunch, but it's just like if they are backdooring this shit, what's the point if they're not even making like good profits on them? Because like when you check a lot of these hoes, they're only reselling for like 60 to 100 more. Now, for like on $100 shoe, yes, it's a big thing. But if you're gonna like give away all these things and have them be like coveted and shit, wouldn't you expect them all to like go for like stupid pricing like the fucking Mambasita Kobe's did recently?
Yeah.
How like
that
shit was crazy.
I think what it is they pay a certain percentage to Nike or whatever like collab is going on at the time. So if it's like with Union or something like that where they do like the collab Jordans, they'll buy. Resellers will buy from them. And I mean, I don't know the game. I'm just assuming this is how it goes. So don't, really pay attention. I mean, pay attention to what I'm saying, but don't really take it to heart. Like, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But, so I think what they do is just they buy the stock from them. So, I mean, they've already made their money. Mm-hmm. And so it's on them now to try and make the money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like I can sit here and I can buy, 100 plus pairs of Yeezys, but if I don't sell them, it's just like they're just sitting there.
Yeah.
So I've wasted, my money. And that's why I look at it now. I'm like, yo, like I know so many people that aren't going to pay a resale price. Like everybody's going to pay, retail over resale. As far as like I know, but there are some people out there that'll just like, all right, fuck it. Like they got the money like that.
Yeah.
If they'll pay resale, but me, I'm just like, nah. Man,
if it goes for a stupid price, no, I'm not fucking with it. But like, with the exception was, so last week I was trying to get those Safari Mix Dunks for my girl.
Yeah,
and they immediately, of course, like I get in, I send my purchase, Apple Pay. It tells me it goes through, and then it pens me only to fucking tell me they ran out, which was bullshit.
Yeah.
The most hoe shit I've ever seen in my life, sneakers. But yeah, so like those sell out, but they don't even have a high resale.
Yeah.
They're on StockX for like
it's
$40 over.
Yeah, like $20, $30 over.
And I'm just like, what? Like, y'all really couldn't have given me a fucking pair?
But you're paying more.
It's just,
you're paying more for like their processing fee.
Yeah, all that
and,
bullshit.
So by the time like it is, they do have it listed at like what, like one. Like
I think it's like
140
140 or 150,
some shit like that. But by the time you check out,
but they released so they released in Europe a week early.
Yeah.
So I was on eBay looking at them, and I could have still gotten them for like a decent like I think 170.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm more than likely gonna do something like that and just cop them off of eBay for her or whatnot.
But it's crazy to me that like it's $100 shoe.
Yeah.
And it's a nice shoe, and there's multiple styles and multiple different colorways, and these niggas just buy them all out and then try to resell. And some go for like stupid amounts.
Oh yeah.
Like there was one that I looked at the other day, and it was going for like 400. I was like, for real?
That
and then the New Balances.
Yeah.
And like the New Balances, that the 550s that they came out with. So I like those. I like the colorways of those, and I like the style. Not all the other ones. The other ones are kind of But it's crazy to see like $150 shoe going for like almost $400 or $500.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not paying resale for that. Even if I had the money like that, if I was balling like that, like I'd be like, nah, fuck that. Like I'm not paying resale for no fucking. Like
that's
that,
my thing. Like if I drop the money on it, I'm like, fuck, I don't really want to wear these now.
Yeah.
I spent so much money on.
Even if I like had the money, I dropped the money for them, I would still wear them. But the fact that like I could just get them bitches retail, or at least try to get them retail, like I'm cool with that. Like if I would have got some Travis Scott joints, I'd have been like, okay, I'm still gonna wear them. I don't care if they're worth fucking $2,000 now. Like I'm not hype beasting like that.
I was about to say them Travis Scott hype beasts, man.
Yeah.
Woo. They're the reason why them hoes are $3,000.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Like the original like Nike, the Air Yeezy.
Mm-hmm.
I want a pair so bad, but them bitches are like 10 grand or something stupid like that. I know.
Put that mortgage down on them.
Yeah, I know. A homie has a pair, and I mean he wears them all the time, or every once in a while I see him wear them. But I mean they resell for like 9 grand.
Those because we mentioned the Kobe's. I know when those Mambasita ones dropped on a week ago, I think hours after they came out, for my size, they peaked at like $2,000.
That's wild.
And I was like, holy shit. But I mean, as time goes by, the fluctuation goes down. The last time I checked, they were at 1,000. I'm not sure if they dropped lower than that, but that was the last time I checked. We are right now going to StockX to check some shoe prices real quick.
So let's see, for size
Loaf, stop licking me. That's
stop doing that, Loaf.
Inner thigh, bro. That's a little weird.
So for a size 10 is $680.
All right, we're getting to okay-ish.
So if I were to buy now, let's see next. Watch me accidentally buy these motherfuckers.
Oh fuck!
I'll be so mad. I'll be so hot. Don't let me click the wrong button, Mike. Don't let me do it. I'm not paying $700 for no goddamn shoes. I'm returning these instantly. Review order.
A nice shoe, by the way.
By the time you check out, the sales tax is $59.
God damn.
The processing fee is $30, and the shipping is $14.95.
So well over $800.
So by the time you get ready to check out, it's going to be $785 for a pair of shoes that somebody bought retail for like $150, like $200.
Yep.
Hold on, let's get into it. Let's talk sneakers.
Fucking cock X.
But the crazy thing is, like with the Kobe's, is like they're such a coveted shoe.
Yeah, and that is
like,
a super special edition.
They're the ultimate like basketball shoe. Like basketball player, NBA players swear by them, and NBA players were having trouble getting them.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your size, Mike?
14.
14. See, 13. You got to bid for them, motherfuckers. So size 14. Let's buy.
You want to see me sweat? That's what it is.
Review order.
I see 1,000.
$1,147
Woo!
for your size. So imagine an NBA player being like, he has to spend $1,000 for, I mean, which, they probably spend that much for like Balenciagas and shit, but yeah,
Be nice.
So even like these, so I picked up the Air Max, the Treeline ones.
Yes.
And my size right now, everybody's like, if y'all ain't into sneakers, y'all can skip past this part. So I paid $150 retail. Yeah. And that's no shipping, nothing. So total, it came out to like $155. So if I were to buy at resale on stock, it'd be almost $200.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
That's why I'd rather go eBay. The processing fees aren't ridiculous. And
I heard GOAT was pretty good too.
I did download GOAT. I got that also.
There's also the question of authenticity, where it's like you get them and then if they're not authentic or they don't read as authentic, which sucks because I've seen so many people post that like they purchased shoes from StockX and then they resold them on StockX and they didn't pass the the test. And I was just like, that's fucking crazy. So you buying these shoes and you try to resell them, you can't even resell them.
Sucker.
So but I think I've had a problem buying sneakers. I've just been like buying like random shit, but I think I'm gonna limit myself to like a pair like every month or so.
One pair a month? Chaku, you can't do that.
Or every other month.
You can't do that.
I think because they haven't really been releasing anything that's dope.
Well, yeah.
Because if you look at like the May calendar,
it's been like a bunch of dunks just popping up, which that's what I say is the dope part. But like, yeah, since my birthday, it's just all I've been trying for are these dunks.
Which you can't even, and then on top of that, like if it's like all the dunks that are coming out, you can't even fucking get them because they sell out like super quick. Like the next ones that are coming up are the Midnight Navy Jordan 6s. Yeah. Which I don't really care too much for those. And it's like a plain white shoe with navy
blue trim. Yeah, accents.
I'm not a fan of Naruto. Sorry, anime fans.
Yeah. Sorry, nerds.
So Zion, sorry, I'm gonna pass on those. I want to say the illest release coming up.
I kind of fuck with those Griffies.
Yeah. Is the A Ma Maniere Jordan 2s.
Don't like the Jordan 2.
I don't either, but this colorway and like the detail on it. Sorry, I'm all off the mic. And the detail on it is really nice. And I want to get the ones too, but it's like $500 for resale. Damn. That's one I might pay resale for.
Fuck it.
Yeezy 500s. Granted, look the same same as the utility black ones I got, so I'm not really tripping off of that. Now the Mocha. See, it says Neapolitan on here, but the Mocha Jordan 3s.
Those are women's, though, aren't they?
They're women's, but I think I might cop.
This motherfucker. I wish I could fit women's shoes.
I think I might cop. But other than that, nothing else is like up tempo, white and navy. I guess it's just white and navy time. Mm-mm. I'm not a fan of red, so I wouldn't really get the University red.
You banging blood?
I wanna try for some of these sneakers just to see if I can hit. And then eventually resell them, but I'm not gonna resell them for like nothing stupid. Yeah. Like I'll give you like just a convenience fee. We'll just say that for making it easier for you to buy these sneakers if I happen to get them.
Are you tired of getting raped for all these fees?
For real,
come to Chaku.
Yeah, come to Chaku. I'll hook you up. See,
I fuck with that question actually. That baby blue question. I don't know why I do.
Oh yeah,
I fuck with.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. The Yeezy, I kind of like the fade carbon.
Oh shit!
I wish people could see these. We might have to put these up on screen.
Yeah, we might post pictures of these if y'all didn't know. You can check these out at StockX.
Yeah, StockX. Just type in the name and they'll pop up. If you're a sneaker person, you probably already know. So if you're not a sneaker person, I apologize for wasting about just 4 or 5 minutes of your life.
Just skip past it. But
you could skip past it.
You're a loyal listener. You'll come back.
Okay, so one I'm kind of upset about. This just turned into a sneaker podcast today. One that I'm kind of upset about is the Jordan 4, the Zen Master. Mm-hmm. Recently, they said that they weren't gonna release in the United States. They were only gonna release in the UK. So I'm just like, I'm hoping they do. But see, then you have the option now. Look, the release date is June 6th, but you have an option to buy now on StockX and GOAT. So I'm like, I don't know. Like I.
Sorry.
Oh no, you good.
Good.
And then these ones come out on my birthday.
Ooh.
The Yeezy, the high res red. I kind of like those. I'm not a fan of red. I said that, but
nah, those are fire because they loud as shit.
Yeah,
that's why.
So I might. I don't know. I'm depending. You know, and then the fucking. I don't know. So like the newer models of the Yeezys that have been coming out, the 350s with like the mesh shit on them.
Yeah,
they're not comfortable. They're not. I don't know if yours are, but
mine are super comfortable.
See, okay, so the Yeezy Oat that I got, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but they haven't been comfortable. Like I've been wearing them a lot to try to break them in, and it just everything else fits around like the back, but like once you get to like the toe, it just feels like it's squeezing. So I don't know, but yeah, they got a bunch of dope shit coming out in June that I might see. That man, it's hard liking sneakers.
You feel about the Jordan 8?
I'm not really a fan. See, I was never really a fan of Jordans. The only Jordans that I was really like into were the ones. And what was the other one? The 13s.
It's the core. Those core 3, I think. The 10. Well, 4. The 10, 11, 12, and 13.
But see, now that I look at them more and like see different styles, like I really like the 3.
Yeah, I think the 3 is like everyone's favorite.
I like the ones, the 3s.
You can actually, I think the funny thing is you can actually tell somebody's age by which Jordans they like. Because it's like if you like the 10, 11, 12, and 13, then it's like, oh, clearly you were a kid in the 90s. But it's like if you're one of those people who are like Jordan 1 is the best, like 1 through 3 or 1 through 4 are the best, then it's like, oh, you're clearly a child of the 80s.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's how you can tell. And because most people who are in their 40s are the ones who are always rocking 3s, 4s. The 1 will get in rotation or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But like the younger folks will always be all the 90s kids.
So if we're talking about 1 through 23, I'm going to say 1, 3, 4. Damn, the 6s are kind of nice too. See, it's hard when you like, once you get to like the 15, that's when actually now the 14. Once you get to the 14.
You don't like the Ferrari-inspired 14?
Yeah.
The one that he hit the last shot in?
It depends. I got to see what it looked like in the fit.
So here's the thing. It's probably a great shoe to hoop in, and if I still played basketball, I would want to wear that. But it's one of those shoes that I don't want to just wear casually.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks good casually wearing, unlike those other 4 that we listed.
I think your casual wears are going to be the 1s, the 3s, the 4s, and
I think 15 upper performance.
Yeah, 15 up is performance.
All performance shoes.
Although I did kind of like the 18s with the wings on the side.
I like the 17.
I always wanted the blue ones.
I always wanted the 17. They haven't re-released them yet since they came out.
Damn.
Those are the ones that came in the briefcase.
You know what I've noticed is I used to, like back in the day, a lot of grimy niggas that I knew wore the 9s and the 10s. Yeah. Like the grimy niggas.
9s and 10s kind of have black Air Force One reputations.
They do. They really do. I don't know if y'all are Jordan heads and y'all agree. I feel like 9s and 10s really have black Air Force energy.
I'd seen somebody the other day just walking around with some, I think they were 10s. And like I checked my back pocket to make sure my wallet was still there.
Yo, no bullshit. Every time I see somebody wearing 9s and 10s, I'm like, oh, them niggas is gangster.
Lock your door.
Yeah, for real. Like, these niggas probably got the strap on them right now.
Cop bodies in these.
I think the only 8s I probably liked are the Aqua 8s.
Yeah.
And then the Raptor 7s. The only reason I like the Raptor 7s, though, is because I think it was Big Sean that was wearing them. And he had rapped about them. But other than that,
I like a high top. That's my thing. Like I really like the high top style on them, and that's why I'm like, oh, okay, that looks dope to me. But you know, that's just me.
I had a pair of 12s back in the day, And so like just recently, I copped a pair of 12s, and it just reminds me of my childhood. So great.
You put them on and just flash back to like Lil Chaco and shit.
For real. Man, the 13s are dope too. I always like the Flint 13s. Those are probably my favorite.
Not the hardest ones to get. I still want 11s, but I don't think they're gonna release a mid until December. I think the next mid isn't coming until December. So
yo, now that I think about it, I had the 21s.
Oh, I thought you were about to say the 20s. I was about to say, dog, I can't do podcasts with you no more.
I had the all black pair of 21s, and in the sole, it came with these little things where you can like interchange them.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was hyped because my dad went to the BX and got them. This is when you could get shoes at the
Back
BX.
in the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then now like their selections all like orthopedic shoes.
What all have you gotten? What all did you get from the BX?
Man.
So hold on real quick. For the listeners who don't know, if you grew up on a military base, you either had a BX or a PX. If you lived on an Air Force base, it was called a base exchange, and they called it the BX. It's basically like a mini mall that has like has a food court in it, clothing, shoes, all that shit. And on an army base, it was called a post exchange.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. So back in the day, these places would get these name brand shoes, and you can buy them there for, of course, retail, but I mean also pre-inflation. So them shits was cheap as fuck. I got my first pair of Forces from the BX.
Yeah.
And then I also got my pair of T-Max from the BX also, I think.
Oh, what are you doing? Stop. Get down. Oh my God. Hey man.
Loaf invading the pod.
For real, he's trying to take over. All right, you gonna have to sit down, bud.
Loafer.
Get out. Sorry about that. But yeah, back in the day, but every time I would like get purchased at the BX, it was always like Chucks. It was like Chucks or Forces. But yeah, I never got Jordans. I think like what year was it? It was like 2003. That's when I got like my first pair of Jordans. I would always get like Iversons and shit like that.
Yeah.
I never really got Jordans.
But, I mean, at that time, it makes sense because Iverson was
the T-Max.
Cooler. T-Max, yeah. Because back then I was still hooping, and I wanted a shoe that not only was dope, but performance. And T-Mac was my fucking guy.
Yeah.
So it was like everyone was getting the T-Max, and I was just like, yo, Pop, we gotta get the T-Max. Dog, the crazy thing is, they were only $70.
Yeah.
$70, dog. That is crazy.
Remember the Vince Carter Shocks?
Mm-hmm.
Those are dope.
They used to have those over there too.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a big shock selection. I also had some shell toes I got from there, Adidas Superstars.
I never had shell toes.
They were very comfortable if I
never
remember.
had shell toes.
Very comfortable.
Never been a shell toe person.
I liked them. They're nice. Only had one pair.
I was thinking about it the other day. Like your early like preteen years, like 9 through 12, when you were outside like BMX bike racing and skateboarding and doing all the things. What pair of shoes did you have? Because I always had some like Payless shit. It was like the Airwalks or...
It was a rotation.
Yeah.
Like I had Vans, some pairs of Vans and shit, and then I had shell toes. I remember I had this blue pair of Adidas that were like they were kind of like shell toes, but they weren't. And that's what I remember rocking throughout like 6th and 7th grade. They were blue like this drink. Hey. And then after like at the end of 7th grade, that was when I got my Forces. And from the Forces, I went to the T-Max.
Did you get the all white Forces?
No, mine were white with hunter green accents. So the swoosh had like a hunter green outline, and then the sole was hunter green also.
How many kids did you know with black Forces?
Not a lot. I remember later on people were getting them and shit, but you know.
I think the first pair of Forces I got them too big. So one, they creased hella bad.
Yeah.
And then two, they was just uncomfortable and big as shit. And I think that's why I've never went back to Forces. I've never hate them. Yeah. I've never owned a pair since. And I had a pair that was pretty nice that my dad got me for Christmas a while back, but I wore them like a few times. But they were like a black and like gold, almost like New Orleans Saints colors.
Yeah.
and they were nice, but it gave me Black Force energy.
Black Force. So it's funny because like almost 10 years ago, I think that was the last pairs of Forces I bought, and one of them was like a black they were black suede Air Forces with white trim.
Oh, so
I don't know if you remember we rocking those, but I wore them to like a few South bys that we went to. But I had gotten them on East Bay back in the day because they were just selling Forces for real cheap at the time, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll get me 2 pairs." You know, kind of like what Nelly said. Kind of like what Nelly said. But I remember I only wore the black one. I wore the black ones out, and then I had the other one that was the highs. And like I could just never find anything to wear them with.
See, I never and it has a strap on it.
Yeah,
with the.
I didn't know how to rock them.
Yeah,
like I was
neither.
like, do I dangle the strap? Do I strap it? Like, what do I do?
So that's the question of the day: do you dangle the strap or do you strap them up? And then also with Jordan 5s, that little plastic piece that comes on the front, the lace holder, it locks them in place. The lace lock.
Yeah.
Or even which other ones do they come on? But they have the lace lock. The ones that have the. What do you do with it? How do you lace these joints? I don't know. I just have the dead stock shit and I just put them on.
Yeah. That's my what's your preferred lacing method now?
Oh man.
Because you call it the dead stock. I just call it the straight out of the package.
Yeah.
I untie it then retie it how it was when it came in the package, but tighten the knot.
Yeah.
And it's fucking.
Yes. I guess that's like the dead stock knot.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like. You know what I hate the most is when I get shoes and they're not laced at all. Like
Never happened to me.
The laces are like down to like the bottom and they're just like the first eyelet.
That means someone tried your shit on.
I was like, God damn, like I gotta lace this motherfucker up. I remember I was running late to work and I was like, ooh, let me put the freshies on. I opened the box and like the one that I tried on was straight and then I opened it all the way and the other one was just completely like no lace. I was like, what the fuck, man? It's like, oh, I can't wear these today.
They hold you.
I showed up to my gig all late. I was like, God damn it.
I remember I used to do like a straight lace thing back when I was wearing
like a cross.
Yeah. No, it was just straight across and shit. This girl taught me how to do it at Zoomies because I had bought like a pair of I think they were Circas back then.
Damn.
Weird. Yeah. She was like, "Do you want me to lace them for you?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, if you want." And she like laced them hoes where like you just run it around the tongue and then pull it out the other side and it's straight lace. It's just you got to step on the fucking dangling laces.
You said Journeys. Yeah. Holy shit.
Zoomies.
Oh, Zoomies.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Definitely they are.
Nah.
They should be owned by the
maybe
same
back
people.
in the day, but like Zoomies now is completely different from Journeys, so I'll give you that. But that's back when I was rocking like Etnies and shit. Wow. Or the Muska Sky Tops.
I wanted those so bad.
I had a pair of white and red ones, nigga. I thought I was so dope.
I wanted those so fucking bad.
And then I look back at pictures like, damn, nigga, you corny as hell.
I saw like there was a trend on Twitter like recently where they were like niggas used to rock these in public, and it was like the Sky Tops. I was like, damn, we hating on these now? Like shit.
With like the super skinny jeans and the bitches be tucked in there. And it's funny because I was looking at a pair because I always wanted the 750s, the Yeezys. And then somebody told me they look like Peter Pan boots. But I still want them. I don't know why. But I know like if I stepped out in a pair of 750s, like people would just look at me like, why the fuck are you wearing those? Like that was what, 09?
Peter Pan boots.
But that was back when niggas was rocking like the 750s with like the leather skinny jeans and the big tees. Oh man, Kanye.
What a time. What a time.
And then now it's all like dad shoes and fucking.
I was singing that the other day because I was watching. Man, I forgot what I was watching. But it's like I was watching Stranger Things, and the black character on there, I forgot his name. I forgot what the boy's name is. But it's supposed to be a retro show, and I'm like looking at what he's wearing because the show's set in the 80s. I'm like, man, that's weird because I'd wear that right now.
Yeah.
And it's like he's just wearing like the fucking dad shorts with the mid socks and some sneakers and like a tank top, and I was like, that's actually a
regular fit,
perfectly suitable fit nowadays if you think about it.
Yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of people now like dress for comfort.
Yeah, because
back then like motherfuckers was wearing polos and doing all that shit with like the jeans from Express and all that shit.
Never wore no jeans from Express. I had a shirt from Express.
I had a pair. But my shit. So I've seen dudes that had like the jeans from Express that had like the designs on them and shit, like the on the pockets that look like their girlfriend's jeans. I never had those, so don't come for me. I had just the plain jeans, but the motherfuckers were expensive.
Everything there is expensive.
For real, I walked in there the other day because I needed a suit jacket. Motherfucker was like $300. I was like,
for this?
For this, I'd rather buy shoes. It's funny because I was telling my girl, I was like, babe, I was like, the jacket like $300. She's like, you don't have that much. You don't have a problem spending that much money on shoes. I was like, oh.
So
got me there.
I was thinking about this the other day, and this is actually a pretty good topic to throw in there. When it comes to, so I'm the same way. Like, I could spend that much on a pair of shoes, not think nothing of it. I can buy a new gaming console, which is more expensive, not think nothing of it.
I'm like, oh, good investment.
But if I go to a restaurant and they hand me the bill for like $100, I don't know why, but I'm always just like, oh.
Like, God damn, what did I get?
That's expensive. You know what I'm saying? And I it's the weirdest fucking thing.
Like, do they charge for refills?
Like, yes.
What the fuck is going on?
I start thinking that, and I'm just like, why is this so expensive?
Babe, they charge me for napkins.
And it makes no sense to me because I spend that money anyways and just, no big deal.
Yeah.
But it's just like, for a restaurant, I'm just like, did I really get $100 worth of food?
Like, yeah. Like, damn, we got to buy groceries.
Was that really worth it? Like,
yeah. And then you disappointed when you leave. Like, man, I spent all this motherfucking money.
Exactly.
This is stupid ass charcuterie board. This shit wasn't even good.
Manchuchu. So that's what I got to break myself of, especially now that I make a good income and shit. And so it's just, I don't know, maybe that's just like my old broke nigga tendencies.
Yeah.
But even still, it's like I'm not going to be in that restaurant if I can't afford it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, damn, this is,
like $100.
$100?
Do y'all do military discounts?
Like, yeah. Like, Jesus.
Shit.
Hand me a pair of Jordans though. Like, oh fuck yeah.
Hey, let me get them. Let me get two. But now we went to a wedding a while back, and I had to buy like dress shoes, and I ain't had no dress shoes. I ended up not buying the shoes, but I like when I looked at them, I was like, these plain ass shoes. I was like, for fucking $300-$400. It's like, why? I was like, nigga, I'm just gonna wear my joints I got from H&M. Them joints is like $40-$50. They look the same. But yeah, so like I was telling my girl that too, and she's like, really? She's like, how much did you spend on them shoes? And she started calling me out. I was like, oh.
Does it matter? Do I still look good?
Yeah, so. And then anytime like a pair, I don't even tell her I buy shoes no more. I just, if they come and she sees them, then it is what it is.
That's why when she ran into us at the mall, she made that comment about like, he never gives me that.
Nah, cause like, okay, so she's not really into sneakers like I am.
Yeah.
And she's starting to get on it, and I'll be like showing her shit, cause I'm trying to like persuade her and like make her fall into my ways. And I'm trying the sneaker game. So
I'm trying to do the same thing with my girl, but I'm like, you got to earn it.
Like, life is much more than Air Force Ones.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Or like neutral color Pumas.
Yes,
all the time. Or or sandals.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. And I'm like, my girl is like, you haven't gotten me Yeezys yet. And I'm like, you got to earn Yeezys.
Yeah, you got to earn Yeezys.
Like, what? You think I'm just going to get you Yeezys so you can fuck them up?
Like, first of all, they hard to fucking get.
Yeah, it's like, I'll get them for you, but I'm not getting them for resale prices.
We both shooting our shot on retail, and if we missed, then I guess you ain't getting no Yeezys.
That's just how it is.
So, but yeah, no, I've been like sending her more stuff, and she's been telling me like, oh, like I like these are dope, and I'm like, okay, cool. So now I kind of see what to get, because I don't want to buy no shoes she ain't gonna wear.
Yeah.
All my shoes I wear. I wear every single pair of my shoes. So for me, it's like whatever. And so I end up buying shit too. It's like, I'm like, oh man, I'm not gonna wear that. I'll probably just sell it. And then I get it, and I'm like, ooh, I like that. So like these Air Max, I didn't want them, but I was like, man, let me see what the fuck is wrong with this sneakers at. And it's like, got them. And I was like, this motherfucker. This motherfucker.
Sucker.
Right here. Just when you thought you was getting away, Chaco, it pulled you back. But yeah, so I ended up getting those, and I know I probably, when I see him in person, I might hold on to them. So
that's the same thing I went through with my girl. Was I like, because she's just been wearing those forces she got into the ground, And I'm just like
nigga, you going to Coachella?
Yeah, I'm like, you can't. You ain't one of them white girls at Coachella. You got to stop wearing them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I seen a post earlier, and it was like, I'm convinced that white girls just
I sent that to my girl.
bury a hole or dig a hole and bury they forces in the backyard until it's time for like a festival or some shit.
It was like some guy who's like, why do girls have the worst Air Forces? They're so fucking dirty. And he's just like going in on him and shit. And I sent them to my girl, and she's like, "What's this supposed to mean?" And I was like, "You know what it means, shit."
But it's like y'all don't do y'all got other shoes, but for some weird reason, y'all's forces are always trash,
horrible.
Like, what are y'all doing them? Like, what are y'all doing in y'all's forces? Like, are y'all committing B&Es? Like, we need to know because
they ain't even black. But they fucking
even black forces.
They black from the filth.
They just look like y'all been doing some crimey shit.
But I basically had talked her into. I was like, look, if I'm getting you shoes, I have to approve of them, and it's like, and then we can work your way up to some fucking to some Yeezys if I can land them. Yeah. So I had talked her in, and I was like, yo, I like these Dunks. I want to get these for you. And that's what started it. And because I missed on those, I was like, fuck it. I'll just grab her the old reliable Air Max 97 because you should have a pair of Air Max in your thing.
I don't.
And I was just like, fuck it.
It's funny because it was like, there was a thing that I seen the other day, and it's like, dudes who don't get play wear these shoes. And it was the Air Max 270s. It was like, if y'all wear these, y'all don't get pussy. I was like, damn. That's harsh because I got a pair. I don't wear them all the time, but you know, I got a pair of 270s. But inside, nigga, I was laughing so hard. But on the outside, I was like, damn, I gotta throw these fucking shoes away.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I'll beat the hell up anyway, so I really don't care.
Yeah.
But like the other Air Maxes, like I really don't. I guess I got to put them on, and I've always told like everybody that like about Yeezys. I'm like, yo, you got to see them on foot first. Like you got to try them on. You got to feel them before you. Like,
I don't know.
Make your final opinion about them.
For me, I was out on Air Maxes for a while because I had went through a phase where I had like 2 pairs of the Air Max 90s. And one, they hurt my feet for like months. Yeah. And then I finally broke them in enough to where they didn't hurt no more. But like, I just thought that was it. Air Max 90s and we're done. And then like at the end of the decade, that's when everyone started like, oh, Air Max 95s are here. 97s. You got to get a 98. And I'm just like,
damn it.
It's like, I don't know. And then I snagged that pair of 98s at one of my one gems I found at the Nike outlet. Fucking pair of the 98s. And I was just like, all right, cool. And I started rocking them to work, and I was just like, okay, I get it now. And that was like my thing that brought me back. But I can understand if you don't fuck with them because like the 90s were like played. They got played out. Like it seemed like everyone had a pair of fucking 90s like in like 2012 or whatever it was.
Yeah. I think as far as we've gone into this episode about sneakers, this is just going to be about sneakers. Okay, so I got a question. Mm-hmm. How many pairs of Jordans do you have?
Just the one.
Just the one?
Just the 13s.
Okay, I have a couple of pairs. And mind you, like I really didn't have these pairs until recent. And I've always been the kind of person to like rock Vans and, you know, like trainers or like something simple because I'm always on the go. Yeah. Like I never like bought sneakers to wear out for like, you know, style or anything because I just, you know, I never had time for that shit. But there's always part of me that whenever I do wear J's, get down. Being extra today. Mans need some love. I'm sorry.
All in the camera.
But yeah, no. So there's part of me that's just like, whenever I do wear J's, it's like, do I just look like another black dude wearing Jordans? Like, am I just like part of that group? Like, the people look at me and like, oh, that nigga loves Jordans.
I try and make sure my outfit doesn't
scream that.
Like, look like look at this old nigga wearing Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Like with the fucking below the knee jean shorts.
With the long socks. Like almost to the knee and shit.
So I try and do it different. So that's why I'm like, let me rock a crew sock, my shorts above the knee, and you know, it's like an athletic fit, something like that. Because I told you about that when I was. That one time I was wearing them over to the Saturday gig and like I went to get a drink and like there was old nigga special sitting at the bar and he was like, yo, big man, And he put his foot out and he's wearing the same shoes as me. I was like, yeah, nice. Even though yours
But I bet that nigga's socks was long as
nah,
shit.
yeah, he was super old school, man. He had his fucking jeans over them hoes. Like, he was like, yo, big man, like that. And I was like,
Got the blue dye on the top
yeah,
and shit.
it's like, cool, man. Yeah.
I used to hate that shit when I buy like new white sneakers and my jeans would bleed on them.
Yeah.
And
It's the
then
worst.
It's just like those are ruined forever.
Thank the good Lord for joggers.
But then you would have those people that would like buy the white.
Shit,
Was it like it's like white paint, right?
Yeah.
Like back in it,
Shoe
like you would
polish or whatever?
you would clean your sneakers and some people would overdo it, and you would see like the thick layers of like trying to save their forces. I'm like,
I did that to a pair of forces one time.
You're like, I can still get a couple of wears out of them. But I mean, at least we try to keep them up. Now bitches is just burying them in their backyard and waiting for festival season to come around so they can wear dirty forces everywhere. You crazy bitches.
We're going hiking today, Brenda. Wear your Air Forces.
For real, like all these influencers on Instagram fucking hiking in forces with ankle socks on, like,
and that's why I feel like the culture is rejecting them now, because it's become like the adapted white girl shoe, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it sucks, but it of course they're finally getting hip to it 20 years after they exploded. That's kind of like where I reject the Jordan 1 kind of, no offense. But the reason why I don't like it is, the reason why I'm rejecting it is because like it was like 2 or 3 years ago, there were all these random motherfuckers who didn't fuck with shoes talking about like people took like a picture of John Mayer and they're like, oh, sneakerhead John Mayer. And he's like, he's wearing Jordan 1s. Yeah. Shut up. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, he's not a sneakerhead. Like, get the fuck out of here. And it was just like shit like that would get on my fucking nerves. So like, and then like they bring them on sneaker shopping and what's your favorite shoe? Oh, the J1. It's my favorite. And blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, what?
It is a really good shoe, man. I can't front.
It's a great shoe.
I would say, so for me personally, it's just like whenever I'm DJing, like that's probably been like one of the most comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
My second out the gate is going to be the Yeezy, the 700. Some NMDs are probably like third.
NMDs. I wish
Vans.
they'd make a comeback.
My Vans are pretty comfortable. They're like flat though, so it kind of like sucks whenever you're standing there for a long time.
Perfectly flat.
But yeah, I would have to say my ones are probably like top.
Here's the thing.
And then the 500s.
Ever since I've started acquiring more shoes, I have to force myself sometimes to wear my Vans.
Yeah. You ain't seen my shit.
And I know you're probably going through the same thing because I've got good Vans. Like I got some that still look brand new.
I got some in the box I ain't even touched
like
yet.
Yeah, and I'm like fuck, man. And like the other day, like I had to fit together and I was getting ready to just throw on my Air Maxes or something. I was just like, let me just put on these Vans real quick.
You're like crying when you put them on.
I'm just like, fuck, man. Let me just put these on real quick, just get them off. Might be doing yard work today.
I got a pair that I've worn like one time, and they're just sitting in there. I think I might give them away.
I gave away 3 of mine.
I think I might do a sneaker giveaway, for the shoes that I've only wore like one time. Maybe I'll have y'all like do something crazy for it.
Yeah, I took 3 pairs to Goodwill like 2 weeks ago. It was like a pair of the black on black old schools.
I usually give mine to like the kids at work.
Yeah.
If they like wear my size or if they're close, so they can grow into them. But those are the ones that were a little bit more worn.
Yeah.
But I do take care of my shit though. But I do have a couple of pairs that I haven't really like worn. Yeah. I mean, worn like 1 or 2 times, and I think I'm willing to put those up. Maybe we'll do like a raffle. We'll do like a little giveaway of Chaku sneaks.
If you wear a 13, holler at me. I got you. Box included.
If you wear a 10 or a 10 and a half.
Because I got
Actually, I think I got to. But see, then there's this thing too. It's like people be shitting on mids. The Jordan 1 mids, they be shitting on mids, and there's a couple of colorways that I have in the mids that I really like, but I haven't worn them in a while because I have other ones, so I might, put those up on the auction block.
The mid is selling.
So,
You got to.
We'll put together something. We still got to do our raffle for our 100th subscriber on YouTube.
Yeah,
so
we got to get there. Also,
so we can give away a basket.
We're like 50 minutes into this pod and we didn't fucking mention it. Happy 50th episode, bro.
Happy 50th.
Happy 50. We made it 50 fucking episodes, man. And I forgot, I said this in episode 25. I was going to bring like the birthday hats and shit. It slipped my mind again. I'm fucking up, man. I'm sorry.
You know, I was thinking that when I was editing the other day, too. I was like, damn, we about to hit 50.
Like, we got to do something special.
I was going to get champagne and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I should have did that, too.
Confetti cannons, but.
So this will be like the 50th episode sneaker show.
Yeah.
Is what we'll call it, just so you guys, you know, understand like that'll be the reasoning behind the topics not being so various and shit.
I think randomly throughout the Saucy Boys sessions, or as we like to say, episodes, we'll randomly drop like a sneaker one for all the sneakerheads out there that
this is one
that
for
love
us.
Shoes. Okay, and with that being said, we want to hear what some of y'all favorite sneakers are. And we want to know what some of y'all favorite sneaker brands are. And then, you know, give us like a go-to shoe for like the day-to-day. So,
for the day-to-day.
Yeah, the day-to-day.
What do you have multiples of?
Yeah, what do you have multiples of?
Like, I got 2 pairs of questions, you know, because I like the question. It's a shoe I always wanted as a kid, but I never got.
You got the ice cream ones, right?
Yep.
I
love them. I love them motherfuckers.
I wanted those. I always wanted a pair of the ice creams.
I paid resale on them too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. It wasn't like over the head prices.
No, it was like $80. It was very reasonable at the time. I just really wanted them.
I've always wanted a pair of the OG ice cream joints,
and
I never got one.
Are they on stock?
I never got a pair. I might check it out and see if they on there. But
sorry.
Well, all right. So, you know, moving on from sneaker talk, we're going to jump into our music corner.
Yeah.
And so this week for Music Corner, we are going to talk about King Kendrick. And if y'all don't know who the fuck that is,
stop the pod right now.
Yep.
I don't know why you made it this far.
And you need to do some research.
Motherfucker.
On Kendrick Lamar. Bitch, I'm Kendrick Lamar. So he released the video for The Heart Part 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit was fucking dope.
Crazy.
That shit was fucking dope. But the thing that killed me about it is not too long after the video released, there was an artist out of somewhere that said that Kendrick copied the video from him. And the videos are eerily similar. Actually, they're pretty much like the fucking same video.
Man, we don't know that nigga. Fuck him.
But he even said the same thing. He's like, they're both signed to Universal, I think. So he was saying that, you know, if by chance Kendrick did see something, he's like, of course, like, it's going to get elevated to a certain point because Kendrick is a way bigger artist than he is.
Yeah.
But I think he was in good spirits about it. I mean, shit, I'd be like, Kendrick did a video, like, based off my, I was like, oh, shit, this nigga watched my video. And that's all I care about.
Send him the bready bread and
like,
call it a day.
Yeah, break me off a little something, man. Just, you know, if you're going to steal from me, just, you know, break me off a little something.
You know, that happens all the time now, so it really don't matter.
But then that too is like, how much of that do you think is coincidence? Because nothing under the sun is new, right?
No, nothing is. Everyone's biting off something.
Everybody's done something. It's just, you know, there's modifications made to it. It's just, you know, you put your own little spin on it. So.
What I will say about that is, when I watched it on YouTube, I was looking at the credits on it, and I thought it was interesting that it was like special thanks to Matt Stone and Trey Parker. They're the creators of South Park. Yeah, they're the ones who are the main characters of the movie Basketball. And I was like, why is he saying special thanks to them? And it's because the company they used to do the deep fakes on his face for the characters, it's owned by them.
Oh shit!
And he's actually working on like a cartoon project with them too. That I think is supposed to be coming out next year. So that was pretty crazy to see that. I was like, oh shit, Motherfuckers made South Park are getting credit on this fucking video right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that was pretty dope to see. But nah, the video super powerful.
Yeah.
Very basic. It's always the simple videos like that always like make the most waves and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And then on top of that too, I feel like the energy that he brings, like behind like his performance, like in the video, is what makes the shit like really like go off. Cause he could just be a nigga like, so like Gambino's 3005 video. It's just him rapping, no expression. Just the scenery around it was cool, but if you were to just put that on the screen, it would be, blah. But like,
I mean, it's okay.
This dude's like just mannerisms and his inflections on certain parts, and then it was crazy to see like even like the deep fake parts where his face. So like the Kanye one, like how his mouth moved. Which I'm sure it was all done in computer, but it just looked just like Kanye. This shit was crazy.
It was scary because even the Kobe one, like that looked like Kobe screaming out orders on the court, and it gave me chills seeing that shit. Side note, I really got sad because like I saw his hair and I was like, man, that's how my hair would look if I didn't cut it, and I miss my long hair, and I'm kind of pissed about it because I really wish I still had my long hair. You know what I'm saying? I miss it so much. Even though it's super hot out here and it's not as miserable as it normally would be if I still had my long hair, I still miss that shit. But yeah, that's just a personal note on my side. But nah, all those deep fakes, the Will Smith one, just like, god damn.
The juicy smooth.
Juicy smooth. But it's interesting how he does like 4 faces of problematic niggas right now. And then the last 2 were just Kobe and Nipsey, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty messaging in there and everything.
It's a dope video. If you haven't got the chance to check it out yet, go check that out. The album is supposed to be dropping on May 13th, I believe.
Friday.
So this Friday, we get a big shift sonically with some new music from Kendrick. So I'm excited to see what that's about. And
I feel bad because we've been reviewing all the new drops that have been coming like the last few weeks, but I completely slept on Jack Harlow. I didn't even get a chance to listen to his shit, so I couldn't give a review if I wanted to. And now Kendrick's coming, so it's going to be a while before I get to that Harlow.
I did get a chance to check out the Jack Harlow. It's Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Not as good as the first one.
Nah, I was expecting a lot more.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has his his singles on there. Those are dope. I got to give it another listen. I don't know. Jack Harlow to me, like he's dope. I don't want to say this to sound like I'm like shitting on him or nothing, because he's a good artist. But cadence and like all that shit, delivery and just like subject matter is all just pretty similar.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like the baby. He's like the white the baby.
The white the baby. Fuck.
It's like the white the baby, just put him on a song with Dua Lipa and he'll get his wish. I haven't heard that song yet, but
no, yeah. I only heard the Drake song.
That one was alright.
That's apparently supposed to be a Pusha T diss on Drake's verse, but
they already got TikToks with that shit.
It's super weak.
But yeah, I'm excited for this Kendrick shit. I'm ready for like some new
K-Dot,
just refreshing and I mean it's been
lyrics.
A while since Kendrick's been out, and the thing that got me excited about it is I told you before we even did this is that I was gonna do a deep dive on just Kendrick shit, and so I went back and I listened to not like his earlier shit, but I started with Overly Dedicated, and dog, the shit on there brought back so much fucking memories of just like when he came down to San Antonio, he did the show down here, and just like where I was at that time, and what I was doing in life. Like it brought back all those memories. But it also refreshed me on a lot of artists that I completely forgot about. So the cool thing about Tidal and I don't know if it's the same on Spotify because I had Spotify for a bit, but I just kind of with it. But the cool thing about Tidal is once you finish like a project, like if you say like you select the album, then it selects all artists that are like affiliated, but then it's like around that time too, or what? Like the songs that it was playing back to back, like after it was like Old Dom Kennedy, Casey Veggies, who else? Absol, Schoolboy Q, like all their earlier projects, Nipsey, who else? XV.
Oh shit.
XV. Wiz Khalifa, Currency, but it was like all their like earlier shit that's like on Tidal. And so I was like, fuck, like I forgot about this song, so like I want to maybe start doing like live streams and DJ and kind of like start DJing like the older shit that you kind of feel like we forgot.
It's so funny because that's the shit that rung in the decade, and it's already, because so much music is pumped out now.
Yeah.
It's already on the back burner. So like something you were listening to 10 years ago, which, I mean, that's a sizable amount of time, but even still, when we were younger, we were listening to shit from a decade prior. And you know what I'm saying? Like in 2012, we were listening to shit from 2002 still, and it still held weight. So it's like, it's crazy to see that there was all this good music out then that you used to really fuck with, and you like, it's kind of like gray matter in your head right now sometimes until something brings it back up. Now, on what you were saying about like Spotify doesn't do specifically that, but the algorithm is smart enough to put together similar artists and sounds of what you're listening to. So like, I know like when I was listening to Pusha T one time, and then after I got done with his album, it went into, they just call it like what's it called? Inspired by Pusha T's newest album, and it will just give you a bunch of shit that typically has that artist on it.
Yeah.
That goes back far, or some random shit that sounds similar to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, but that's crazy. And you're talking about like how like there's so much music being pumped out right now, and so many different artists, and it's kind of hard to pay attention to everything, right? But it's like, you know, like late 2010, like, well, around that area is like when you started getting all these artists like Kendrick and Kid Cudi, Asher Roth, Currency, Wiz Khalifa, Schoolboy Q, Absol. I mean, the list goes on, right? And the amount of music that they're putting out, like they would, you know, take a couple of years to put out albums, right? Like a year or two between projects. And then now it's just like every 6 months, like somebody has a fucking, you know.
Yeah, to me, I've stated this before. I feel like they're killing their own artistry, and they're oversaturating themselves.
Yeah.
And it's basically turning people off to their shit, because it's like, we don't want to hear you all the fucking time. And I feel like that's the thing that the Baby's going through, aside from like his legal troubles. It's the thing of like, you can tell me that you're the best rapper. You can tell me that you're a good rapper all you want. I know you're a good rapper. But if you release something every 2 months and tell me that it's the greatest your best work, how am I supposed to believe that?
Yeah.
Why am I supposed to care? Because you're eventually going to drop something else right after it, telling me that it's better than the last, that it's the best thing you've ever done again. And it's you kind of get tone deaf to it. It's just like, I can't.
It's very rare that you have albums that like stand out and you hold on to, and you keep on repeat. And what I've been finding a lot of is like a lot of underground or like up and coming artists that have a lot better shit. And then I don't know, man. It's just like for hip hop, like it's kind of hard to find those albums that you like really fuck with and can like, you know, sit there with for a long period of time.
Yeah.
I think the last album that I can like sit there and go back and listen to like repeat front to back is probably Awaken My Love, and that's Childish Gambino, and that was more like a funk, like soul album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, because everything else just fucking sounds the same.
Yeah.
And it's exhausting. But then you get Kendrick with a release like this, or even like Pusha T and his project, and the sound is so different. It's refreshing to hear versus just hearing fucking trap beats all day.
Yeah.
Like the trap beats and shit is fun. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, even with Kanye's releases, like it's more musical.
Yeah,
I mean, but
get exhausting. I'll tell you that.
But see, with Kanye has elements of like the trap type shit, like within his joints, because he likes to pick and pull from like different areas and kind of like to stay current. Like he'll do shit like that. But
speaking of that, you know what song I fuck with right now, which I didn't think I would, especially how we ended last episode. That Kanye Future song. That's my shit in the gym.
Which one?
Cross me so much, I got nails in my hands.
Yeah.
That shit. City on fire.
Yeah. I
like
like
that. From the rack.
Yeah.
That was my shit, dog. I was like, damn, this nigga Ye going in.
Yeah, the more and more you listen to it, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I fuck with this.
That's the thing about Kanye, man. Like, the more and more you listen to it, it's like these songs sound stupid when you first fucking hear them. And then you find like different parts that you like. So that was me with fucking Yeezus.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I listened to Jesus is King the other day, and I was just like, oh there's a lot more on here than I thought there was.
Well, the thing with Yeezus I remember was it initially was getting the mixed reactions when it dropped of like, yo, this is trash, and some people were like, oh, it's so experimental, it's amazing. But it was the accompanying tour that went with it. Mm-hmm. And when everyone went and saw him in concert perform the songs, they were like, that was when it came, the verdict came back again of like, nah, we were wrong. This shit is dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you think about it, with a lot of the shit he puts out recently, he hasn't been on tour in a while. And I feel like if he'd go on tour for like some of the shit, he'd probably change the narrative on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though like Donda 1, it did get overwhelmingly positive reviews back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But could you imagine him just doing like a fucking Donda tour?
Yeah.
Like apparently what he was going to do, and then how many people would come back and be like, oh, you know what? Jeez, that shit ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hope okay.
Yeah, me too.
I hope okay. But yeah, so on that note, we'll just wrap up Music Corner, and as a matter of fact, we'll just wrap up this episode. Episode 50, Big 50.
One for us.
So
one for the guys.
But yeah, sneaker talk. So
and Loafer.
If y'all got and Loafer. So if y'all got any sneaker questions, or if y'all got anything y'all want us to talk about or shoot the shit with us, hit us up on Instagram.
Remember, what is your favorite sneaker, and what do you have multiples of? If you do, hit us up on Instagram with those answers. We'll probably post the questions again on there. And the Windows Down playlist for Michael Stokes is complete.
Ooh.
And I will be dropping that to set you guys off into the weekend.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to get into that Windows Down playlist. All right, well, on that note, we're gonna chop up out of here. We'll see y'all next time. Y'all be easy.
Be easy now.
Peace.
Mermaid blood.